The Formal Gamer, podcast for those with exquisite taste.
Welcome to Season 11 of the Formal Gamer podcast. Grot and Dante return on their quest to eradicate the curse of the Freeloka. The peaceful people of Parasha live a quiet and tranquil existence, but evil is coming to rip apart their lives, for some more literally than others.
Hello and welcome to another episode of The Formal Gamer. These intros have all been recorded in advance, so I'm going to keep them short and sweet. More important than any of that is that you enjoy the episode. Hello and welcome to another episode of The Formal Gamer podcast. You join us still in combat. Grot and Dante have sort of kicked some butt, but sort of had their butts kicked a bit as well.
Butt kicking's going all round.
Yeah, there's been a lot of death, a lot of destruction, but in the end, Rill is almost out of health. He had to be resurrected, essentially. He had to be given laying on hands to come back into the combat. Dante has been badly wounded. Are you bloodied, Dante?
Yeah.
Grot, you're bloodied as well? Yeah. And through this, 4 more guards have arrived, but also with them, the figure Escobarbadon, who was firing a cannon of slaves at you. But rather disappointingly, you all had to hide, so Danny couldn't use his slave cannon anymore, which I'm kind of annoyed about. So Escobarbadon has come down, and he has said at the end of last episode, boys, it's a pleasure to meet you. Come join me at the circus.
What are the soldiers doing?
They are stood 2 to either side of the caravan where you are.
And where's he? On the top of the...
So you can hear him above you.
When we saw him, did he have any obvious weapons? Or did he have like a stick? Or what are the...
You didn't see any obvious weapons on him.
Right.
But from fighting Octavia and Lavinia,
okay,
and you can feel your Vryloka sense pinging all over.
I mean, I know. I'm getting a blood hard on. I'm getting very angry.
I think most hard-ons are blood-based, from what I understand about basic biology.
Right, insight to see if I crawl out of from underneath, I'm just going to get stabbed to death by the guards.
Okay.
Ooh, so far, I actually rolled reasonable. 19.
Okay, so you can see that their spears are at sort of not at ease, but at sort of a salute position, like as in they've got it stood next to them. They're not holding it blade towards the ground, so it doesn't look like they're there just to come and stab you immediately. They're not looking underneath, they're not peering for you, or anything like that.
And there are 4 newly heavily armed guards.
4 new heavily armoured guards.
Plus, how many were left from the other lot? 3.
You have still, let us go through everyone who's in it.
Mohawk guy.
You've got the dwarf who's been blown up. He's on the floor. You don't know how he's going to be. You've got the guy with the mohawk, the guy with the big axe who's chasing Grot through the woods.
Yeah.
And then you've got the 4 new guards, and above you, Escobarbadon.
Okay, so 2 who have been slightly injured.
And Mohican Guard has not been touched once.
So it's 2 that's slightly injured, or 2 that are injured.
The dwarf is very heavily injured. The axe guy is injured, but you wouldn't say bloodied yet. The Mohican guy is not injured.
Okay, so 7 plus Escobarbadon.
Yeah.
Okay. I assume I can't see Grot.
Roll up perception.
Did you hide? I can't remember.
No, he's just fighting a guy with an axe.
No, that's fucking 9. No,
You
10.
you can hear combat over that way. You assume that must be where Grot is.
I look at Rill. Is he...
He leans his head back sort of far and sort of like looks at you, and but you can still see his right hand twisting with a knife in it.
If we go out, brother, we'll go out here. Let me see what I can do here while you regain your strength.
He gives a little bit of a nod.
You'll know when to act.
He twists the knife.
And I crawl out the rear of the carriage, so not either side.
Okay. Yep. That's sort of the empty space. And as you start to crawl out, you see Escobarbadon leaning over the end and goes, "Ah, boy, nice to meet you."
What's his mask like?
So he has got a huge, big fake moustache, a long fake nose. He's wearing a an orange hat with a big white and red feather in it, and a yellow and red striped outfit, bells on his shoes and long sort of knickerbocker socks, and you see that he is carrying a bright red sword that he's holding above his head, and he goes, I am Escabarbadon.
That much is obvious. So, have I got people? How close am I to every? Like, I'm just. Can you just? So he's standing on the top of the cart.
He's standing on the top of the cart, and you would say about 5 foot to your left, you've got 2 people, and 5 foot to your right, you've got about 2 people waiting. And the guy, 3 people to your left and 2 people to your right. Behind you, about 20 feet, is a whimpering dwarf, and to your right, about 30 feet, is a man with an axe trying to hunt a bugbear.
Okay.
So your left foot is Rill.
I take a few steps back, so I'm not immediately at the back of the coach.
He puts the sword towards you and goes, not so fast. We don't want you running away.
Oh, I'm not running away. I came here for you. These people mean nothing to me, and I motion towards his guards, or the guards, rather.
How rude.
I don't even, just shrug. I'm here for you. How about it, clown? You and I, to the death.
Well, I thought you'd want to come and see me in the circus.
He does. He's got
you.
He's fucking got you.
Why do we have to resort to such violence? Would you not want to come and see my master? I'm sure he would have more interesting questions for you.
No, this is perfect because it's exactly Dante's weakness, which is like hang out with the in crowd, have some entertainment, maybe eat some people. Oh, that's tempting.
I am assuming it is you and your furry friend who have caused such chaos for us the last few days.
I take out do I have a handkerchief? Can I have a handkerchief?
I'm assuming Grot and the Axeman have reached some sort of accord while this is all going on.
Grot, stand down! I just shout over to him.
The Axeman is sort of backs off. He's disengaged.
Oh, you call Grot as well?
No, but he knows what the funk is. He says a nod.
Grot looks at the Axeman, looks at Dante, looks back at the Axeman, and he runs.
Runs where?
Just runs off.
Okay, the Axeman is right. Let's see. He's going to turn round to Escabarbadon. Escabarbadon goes, "Leave him. This is the important one."
Grot kind of hears that, and his sprint turns into a slow jog. As he okay. Oh, and he slowly jogs off.
Right, so
okay,
split the party.
I take a rag or a hanky out and I start. Because Dante's got to think about this.
Right,
I start cleaning the blood off my sword.
Yes, this is a very beautiful sword. We can feel each other, shall we say? You know what I am, and I am aware of what you are. I think you want to speak to our betters, our elders.
I'm looking at the list of things I've got here. So we've got... Because we kind of thought... No, who did we think was in charge? Arkwright was the sort of like engineering guy. We didn't think he was a delator. Who did we...
Mr. Primrose.
No, but there was someone above
No.
PC Primrose, wasn't there?
Not here.
Not here.
No. Pierrot,
Okay, so-
Pierrot was the head clown,
Ah, okay.
and PT
Oh,
Primrose
right.
was the council member.
Do you mean PC Primrose or Piero?
PT Primrose?
Do you know why? Because you've written PC Primrose on here.
But every time I said PC Primrose,
I know.
Like, oh, PC Primrose, you go, oh, so we're after PC Primrose. So
I correct you because I know it's PC Primrose, but I've just read it straight off the sheet because you've written PC Primrose down there.
Can we just check?
No, he's not Police Constable Primrose. That sounds like the Police Constable from Midsummer Murders.
What was his badge number?
Right, 2. So,
Do you mean PC? What the fuck's wrong with me? Do you mean Mr. Do you mean Mr. Primrose or Mr. Piero?
well, my friends, I think you would probably meet both. People are fascinated by you. I assume you're the reason why we are no longer digging.
Voltaire took a turn for the worse, shall we say.
Yes, someone has gone to collect her belongings. They say she is almost harmless now, or should I say, armless.
Is that what Dante
I love this guy. I want to go to Brian Loca.
Yeah, we know. We've always known.
The trouble is, Danny creates quite nice characters. And he puts them in nice...
Wasn't he just shooting slaves out of a cannon at us?
I know, but like...
I know, but...
Sometimes you have to look past, some of the baser
War
issues.
crimes. Okay. Yeah.
It's a bit of a sticky one here, because I'd quite like to cut his head off.
Or be friends with him.
But I feel like this internal monologue. Like this.
What's Dante thinking? What's he thinking?
This could get us access to P.T. Primrose, and maybe access to some of the High Council. So was he a High Council member?
Yeah, P.T. Primrose is. And you know him and Arkwright. You've heard them in their tent together chatting.
DM just called him PC Primrose.
Oh, did I?
I think so. It sounded like it.
Oh, by the way, vocalizing.
Oh, good, thank you.
What does the PT stand for?
He stands for justice and honour. I assume that's what you meant.
No, I mean, is it Pitong or?
I believe it is merely a stage name, but I have never had the gall to ask. He's my boss, but from what I understand, it is merely part of his character. We all put on a mask some days, even if that mask is not so wax and rubber like mine. It could be the one you put on where you pretend to these mortals that you are one of them.
Internal monologue.
How do you think Rill's going to react to this?
Well, I said right.
Right.
Just wait, I'm trying to work out the. Just wait. But on the other hand, we're gonna find P.T. Primrose in the clown circus anyway. So really, this guy's not offering me anything we couldn't already obtain ourselves.
Well, you've not obtained it so far.
I think vocalizing. I think, Escobarbadon, that in a different day, I would have loved to have seen your circus act. And I do want to go meet P.T. Primrose. But I will do it on my own terms, not through you. Not through someone that shoots human beings out of a cannon. Not through someone who takes pleasure in the misery of others. You and I, a duel, here and now. And I'll challenge him to a duel.
They seem brave.
I've not got much health, but it's what he would do, I think.
That's been annoying me for ages as well. Good. You had one of the dog's hairs on your face.
Oh. Well,
It's a very long one.
Yeah, he's been kissing the dog's tail.
it might be mine or hers, I don't know.
No, it was blonde.
Yeah, well, wisdom saving throw, I think.
Wisdom saving throw as a DC of 15 again.
Yep.
Okay. He steps down. He says, "A duel it is, then, boy."
Probably just signed my own death.
Very bold.
So I'm at below half health.
He turns round to his men and he goes, "Stand down, boys. I will take this one. We will take him back whether he wants to go or not."
I say, Rill, will you second me?
So
If it's a duel, you need a second.
right, okay. Rill looks between you and he says, "What did he mean about you not being mortal?"
Oh, but did he say that? I didn't.
Yes, that's why I said what I said.
As I said, Rill, they cursed me many years ago. It's why I seek vengeance upon them.
Are you one of them?
I am cursed by them and slowly becoming them. I'm telling the truth.
Roll a persuasion.
Oh, shit.
17 plus... Oh, that was a fucking lucky time to roll that. 20. At the end of my trip, Rill, there isn't many places for me to go. But I want to take as many of them out before I do.
Hor would not have accepted one not pure of vengeance. I still stand by you.
I rub the. What's the horse died like? Fist bump
fist
the
on
the
chest,
coin.
Yeah. So,
Who seconds you, Escabarbadon?
Escabarbadon is the one and only. There is no second to Escabarbadon. I am first, second, and third. Men, back down. Make sure the slaves do not escape.
You need a second to. You need someone, not to help you in the fight, but to take your body away.
You are charming. On guard. Let's roll initiative.
Yeah. 11.
19. Okay. Now, is Rill joining in this combat in your mind? Yes, he's your second, as in he's fighting alongside you, or do you want him as your second, as in
a second stands in the back?
Right. Okay. You want him as a traditional second, right? Yeah. You know that they're not going to accept that as Rill's taking your body anywhere, right?
What do you mean?
Well, Escabarbadon's not going to respect that element of the duel and go, right, Rill, take his body, off you go.
Oh, right, yeah. Oh, I'd be
Okay,
dead, so I mean,
yeah. As long as you're aware.
Well, are you insinuating that they're all going to attack me at once? Or
No.
No.
The duel is between you and this guy, but, like, just at the end, like, Rill is not going to...
When the DM has killed you.
Yes. Say it.
Just saying, it's a foregone conclusion.
I'm just hoping that the third member of our party might come up with something.
Right, what are you wanting to do?
While I'm distracting the entirety of the militia, the military force in this thing, I'm hoping that the third person in our party might come up with something.
Yeah, he's gonna go for a nice warm bath.
Bearing in mind, there's a cannon with loads of ammunition at the front of the train.
Right, Grot, what are you doing?
Yes, I'm glad you've addressed it. So Grot would have run away to try and lose these Axemans, or try and shake this Axeman following him, and then he would have tried to go to the front carriage.
Right, okay.
But in a sneaky style.
Right, okay, roll up a stealth check. Is that a botch?
No, it's 2 plus 12.
May as well have been.
14.
You get there, and actually at the front you realise there's no guards at the front anymore.
Yeah.
They've all come down to the back where the fighting was.
Yeah.
There are the slaves, and they are chained neck to neck, as you can see. Now, they have a wooden bars to pull along, so they're not pulling by the neck, obviously. But they are chained neck to neck, and there's 2 loose collars, and you can hear screaming from inside the cannon.
It's preloaded! Perfect!
What are the slaves? What are the slaves attached by?
A strong iron chain.
Okay. And it doesn't. Can I do a perception check to see if there's any loose bits, or if there's a locking mechanism that I can open without a key?
Are they the permanent ones where they're welded, or are they the?
No, he's going to do a perception check and see.
4 plus,
No, he's not.
4 plus 4.
You can't see from where you are how you would free these slaves.
I look in Can I look in the cannon cart and see if there are explosive ammunition?
Okay.
11 plus 4.
Yeah, there's powders, there's explosive powders to load the cannon, and there are cannonballs.
Okay. All right. Wonderful. I will. I don't know how you want to structure this, but my plan would be to coax out this slave who's head first in the cannon, and
so the slave is not your first shot.
Grot was so tempted.
He's coming up feet first.
Yeah, I know. Which is the safest way to do it.
What kind of damage modifier would Grot get if he fired himself at someone?
I mean, huge. Huge.
And if Grot had more health, he might be thinking of that. Oh dear.
So.
And my plan will be, Grot's plan is, I've got some big guns here, but I use it while their backs are turned. He's going to be taking the slave out, trying to let him escape and run off in the opposite direction, and then loading up the cannon and starting shooting the group. I don't know how you want to do that concurrently.
What we'll say is you will roll initiative as well.
Yeah.
So we've got a 19, we've got a
11.
And so roll initiative.
2 plus 4.
So you're going to go after the group now. So you will go after whatever happens between Escobarbadon and Dante. So it goes Escobarbadon, Dante, then Grot, and then if anyone else gets involved, then they'll have to enter initiative at that point. But at the moment, they're the only 3 people interacting. Right, so Escobarbadon bows at the waist and says,
I bow.
"Then, boy, we shall dance, shall we?" And he spins, and his sort of cloak, which looks sort of like pleated and folded, suddenly billows out into something far more like sort of longer, more luxuriant, and you feel in the air the sense of something, that a powder has been released, a power is within this, and you realise you don't want to get too close to him. He is full of magic and tricks straight away. And he spins to attack you with this red blade. And he botches on his first roll. For fuck's sake. That's a dice that Rill rolled no mid-20s with. And Escobarbadon on his first roll. If you kill yourself, Escobarbadon, on this roll, I will be so angry. Finally, I've got full control of the situation. I'm like, right, you're going to do what Escobarbadon says. He's so cool. Fuck's sake. Something 7. Please don't be 97. Please don't be 97. 17. He just misses with his first attack, but he has multi-attack. No, so he spins around for another... He spins around and loses footing, goes, "Oh, my lord!" And then goes for a second attack with that side, and that is a 24.
That's a hit.
Right, and that does... that does 15 damage.
Oh, can't take too many of them.
I'll take 2 more of them next turn.
Yes.
I can take 1 more of them.
Yes. And now roll a Constitution saving throw.
6 plus 6, 12.
Okay, and you feel air choking in your lungs. You realise that you've been poisoned just by this cut and the presence of him. You're not sure which. And you also take another 4 damage.
Cool.
Cool. Dante, it is your turn.
Right. Okay. Channel Divinity, Vow of Enmity. So he's my target. He's a Vryloka. I'm hell-bent on draining him of his lifeblood and making him suffer as much as possible before he dies.
Okay.
So that, and then
he accepts that.
We're in. Are we within combat range? That is in. So he's just hit me with the sword into melee range.
Yeah, you're in smelly range.
Okay.
Smelly range.
Smell each other because he's smelling all the poisons.
Okay. Okay, right. We'll go for a sword attack. Do I have to tell you to do this before or after I see if it hits? Let me just check. Right. I can tell you I do this when I work out whether I've hit or not. So let's roll first with advantage because he's my enmity.
You do hate him.
So that'd be a 14 plus 9.
Okay.
Is that a hit?
Yes.
Right. Try and do a disarming attack. When you hit with a weapon attack, you can spend 1 superiority dice to add it to the damage and disarm the target if it fails a strength saving throw.
Okay.
So damage will be a 10 plus 5, which is 15.
Okay.
And superiority dice of D8. It's a 7.
Okay, so how much is that overall?
22.
22, that's absolutely fine. And he's got to make a strength saving throw against what DC?
15, I think. Again.
15 again. Okay.
Oh, DC 17. Sorry, no. DC 17.
DC 17.
That's
right.
the DC 17.
That's the DC 17. Right. Okay. And he does not. So what happens?
He's disarmed.
Okay, he drops his sword.
I will then use my minor action to pick up his sword.
Okay.
And my second attack.
Roll a saving throw.
For
the poison that you've just picked up.
Ah. Okay. Nice.
Yeah. Plus your constitution.
15.
You've saved.
Do I feel like this is going to be a...
Ongoing, yeah.
Okay.
What kind of dickhead poisons the hill?
Their own sword, yeah, I know.
This
guy's watched Princess Bride.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Do I use my second attack to attack him then, or use it to throw the sword away?
Yeah, use it to throw the sword away.
Yeah.
Yeah, defo.
I think
Throw it at Rill.
no, because I'm just giving him my
The
last.
more you hurt Rill, the more powerful he gets.
It's true. The closer he was to death, the more 20s he rolled. It'll be a fitting end if Rill just rolled a 20 and just
Throw
destroyed
it in
him.
the forest and call him a dickhead.
Yeah.
That's the best way to...
Trixie Loka, and I used my second attack. Oh, yeah. Okay, this is kind of like.
I'm glad that I've got to recalculate what his unarmed attacks have got to be now. That's really helping me out.
So I'm kind of. Is this kind of game? You know how when in NFL they throw the ball, but they're not actually throwing it to a player, but they just want to throw it out to like kill the time.
Yeah.
So I've got a second attack. Can I just throw this sword as if I'm throwing it at one of the people? Because it's kind of like another action, isn't it?
What are you? I don't know what you want.
I want to throw his sword away, but I don't. I feel like I've.
And you want to
used-
throw it at one of the guards?
No, I want to just throw it away as far as possible.
Okay.
But I don't want to game it, because I've already done an action.
Stuff. Why can't
Yeah, why
you?
can't
No,
you?
because you've already done an action.
Because I've done my action, but I have a second attack. But I'm like,
Oh, so you want to know whether you can throw the sword away? If you want to throw it into the woods, you're going to need to use your action. If you want to just toss it to the side, you don't have to use your action.
okay, I want to throw the sword as an action at one of the soldiers who's for the furthest away. Then,
Okay.
do you see what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah. Who just whichever soldier is the furthest
Right, yeah.
away. 15 plus 4.
Okay. I mean, yeah, 50. So your ranged attack with improvised weapons is +4.
Just ranged attack is plus 4. Yeah, I think.
Right. Okay. So yeah, the sword.
Because I usually get a +9, so I think that's.
Right. Okay. Yeah, the swords. I'm gonna make it do some damage.
I feel like because I feel
I feel
like
like-
it's-
yeah.
it's
Yeah, you bop one of the guards on the head. I wasn't ready to do their damage at the moment.
The DM is so flustered right now,
I
listeners.
didn't think you were throwing swords over there. He wasn't part of this plan. Right, okay. So, and that took off. Right, okay. And then, does he make a saving throw against the poison? Just not what I wanted right now to deal with. No, he doesn't. That knife is gone. You're gone. You're dead to me. Right, this
Trixie sword, Escobarbadon. Trixie sword.
Okay, it's the Mohican guard who gets a sword and he just slaps him, like blade first in the face. Not the sharp, just thwacks him in the face. He sort of catches it and drops it and goes, "Whoa!" and sort of just sick down himself a bit. Just looks upset by the whole thing. Right, Rot, it's
one.
your turn.
Can I take a minor action to do a perception check
Okay,
to hear if anyone's sneaking up on me in the cannon cart?
Right.
Oh, 9 plus 4, 13.
Not that you know of.
Okay, well, I think I'll just have to try and forge ahead regardless. I'm gonna bark at the kind of in a low hiss, bark at the slave in the cannon.
Right.
Well, it's like, get out the cannon now! You're free!
I thought you pulled him out last time.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, did you not? Right, okay, that's good. Right, okay.
I assumed I used all my movement. and
Yeah,
stuff
you
to get
did.
there.
Right, you pull him by the feet, and he's sort of wriggling, and you realise he's sort of slightly bound, but he's pushing it, and he falls out of the cannon. It's just it's a small gnome.
It's your lucky day, you're free.
He nods and just jumps off. He's got his hands tied, so he just falls off the side of the thing
being nasty about that?
into the mud.
Why are you being nasty about
He's so lucky I didn't shoot him out the cannon. He owes me.
He could have helped you load the cannon. He could have done anything, but off he runs into the woods.
I motion for him to run back in the direction that I came from.
Yeah, he runs into the woods.
So run into the
Yeah,
woods,
he just
yeah.
ran into the woods. His
you
hands back.
don't want him to
I
run
mean,
down
he literally jumped off the side of the wagon and just fell straight on his face. Like, he just landed in the mud and then just hurried up and just ran off.
You stupid dick, why did you let yourself get put in a cannon?
The slaves all started shouting, "Me! Save me! Save me!" Roll a perception.
18 plus 4.
You recognise Rakab's voice amongst the chorus.
I shout,
Rakab, I'm here to save you, but make them all quiet now.
Rakab starts shouting for quiet, but they mainly ignore him as he's just some rice farmer.
I hurry up. So, can I see the explosives around?
You can see the cannonballs. It's already loaded. It's already
so I'm
primed.
gonna pick up a cannonball and
Okay.
just luzz it in there.
Okay.
And then Yeah, I suppose, because I pulled the guy out and put the cannonball in. How do I have an action?
You have a
to
minor
aim it?
action to aim it.
Okay, right, well, I'll aim it. So I'm looking down...
And this is what you're going to have to roll for.
Good. I'm looking down the caravan.
Yep.
What can I actually see?
You can see the back of Escobarbadon and Dante the other side of him. Because Dante climbed out from under the caravan and Escobarbadon jumped down. So you have got the back of Escobarbadon's head, but you're well aware that the other side of Escobarbadon's head is Dante.
Grotz sees this...
If you miss Escobarbadon, you very much are going to hit Dante.
Grotz sees the situation and he thinks, it's what Dante would have wanted.
The only shot that would be perfect, and it would be an insane roll, is to somehow, like an American footballer, dip it over Escobarbadon. No, that would be awful.
Yeah. No, that's what you want.
Yeah, I'm thinking about what I was trying to do earlier. No,
Well, you could aim it.
You could aim it low and try and go into his...
Actually, that's what I was going to say. I want to try and aim it lower rather than high.
Right.
Because if it goes off and hits the cart, cool, that's going to ruin their plan somewhat.
Yeah.
And if it goes a bit high, hopefully it'll hit Escobarbadon. If it carries on through the cart, maybe it'll get him with collateral damage anyway.
Yeah.
So a bit of a low shot. I'm not trying to headshot Escobarbadon.
Okay, so you're back in the bum?
Yeah, kind of in the bum. So yeah, just clipping the back of the cart and in the bum.
Aim
Right,
for the
okay.
can aim for the
This is
cart.
aiming up. You'll only be able to set it off next time.
Okay, perfect. Do I have to
Roll
roll
it
for
up.
it?
Yeah, you got to roll it up.
Okay.
See how accurate that is.
Did you bring your
10!
Did you bring your protractor?
10 plus... He hasn't got... No, Escobarbadon took his protractor
No, I
with him.
haven't. What am I plussing?
You're adding on your intelligence.
Oh no! Oh god, did it go to school? Oh, so that will be +0.
Right, well, then we'll have to see how accurate this cannon is.
Good, sounds perfect.
Good.
I mean, you aimed it, you know it's roughly the right direction.
Yeah.
You've not fired it
I
towards
haven't
the
shot
slate.
it into the slate.
No,
Yeah.
Your passive wisdom is enough that you've aimed it in their direction. But you've never fired this cannon before.
Yeah.
You don't know, how it's
yeah.
going to come out. So this
I've fired very few cannons
yeah.
before.
So,
In fact, I would say this is the first.
this is the first.
Really? Yeah.
So,
You didn't go to cannon school either.
No, that's why I have such low intelligence.
What did you do then?
I've murdered people
so
in the street.
Escobarbadon, now disarms, is going to need a second. Quick look through the character's description. His unarmed attack is going to be 1 plus his strength modifier. So he's going to go for just a body shot, first of all, with a punch. Cocked. That is 21.
That's a hit.
And that is going to do 5 damage.
Okay.
And then he's going to go for another backhand, but he misses with that one. And then on his bonus action, his minor action, he shouts behind him. He goes, "Bring me that sword, or be fed to the Rumble Lion."
The Rumble Lion, Rumble Lion. That's a taster of what's coming if we ever meet the Rumble Lion.
They're very excited about beating the Rumble Lion. Dante, it's your turn.
I'm so glad we got that in.
Well, before this campaign ends, this episode.
It's funny, Voltaire needed a hand as well. Right, we go for just an attack. Advantage though, because he's my enmity. Be a 19 plus 9.
That is a hit.
Spend
Disappointing if I said a miss there.
Yeah, it would. And I will, when you hit with a weapon attack, I'll expend it to try and trip him up.
Okay.
Strength saving throw 17.
Strength saving throw of 17. Right. Nope. He is tripped over.
Okay, he takes 6 plus 5 plus 3 damage. 6 plus 5, 14 damage.
14 damage.
And he's proned.
He is prone. So you a stab, a movement with your leg behind his, and you push him to the floor, and he's scuttling backwards on his buttocks.
Second attack.
With advantage. Well,
Already got advantage.
Already
So
got advantage.
I don't really think you can get advantage plus, can you?
no, I don't. I've not heard of such a thing.
17 plus 9.
That is a hit.
9 plus 5.
14.
Got you on your knees now, boy.
You're chipping away at him, but you still would not say he's bloodied. He seems to be quite hardy, this fellow.
If I weren't so injured, this would have been a cakewalk. It's pretty easy as it is, though. To be honest, I was expecting more from you,
How much health have you got left?
10.
And how much did he take off last time? 5?
15. He's unarmed was 5.
So you best hope they don't bring that sword back,
Actually,
really.
I've got 11 hit points.
11 hit points. Right, okay, you're fine then.
Yeah.
Let's hope a cannonball doesn't enter this. Grot, your turn.
A cannonball.
Oh, fuck, he's prone now.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Oh, no. To be fair, I would have, even if I hadn't forgotten about that, I still would have done that because that's what Dante would have done. Because I don't think
the
he
perfect non-metagaming. Well,
I would have not.
The most non-meta gaming is when you haven't considered the meta at all. Right. Right, roll a perception check.
lucky for you, I aimed it very poorly. 4 + 4.
Okay, you haven't noticed that he's fallen over.
No, I'm busy looking at the cannon.
Yeah.
I'll just look at the cannon. I'll press the button to fire it.
So you like the fuse?
Yeah, obviously.
Okay, let's see now.
Yeah.
So,
I guess it's disadvantaged now.
right, Grot has aimed to the right slightly. Now, that might seem like bad news, but that is where 3 of the guards are stood, including the one holding Escobarbadon's sword.
What,
The Mohican guy's on that side.
having a really bad day, isn't
So,
it?
go for the sword.
The cannonball is going now that direction. Now I've got to see how accurate it is even to hit them. And it is aiming straight towards that group. Yes. So each of them is going to make a save to see if they avoid it. Hang on, I need to write this all up. Okay, so the cannon goes off. We're going to see if any of them can jump out of the way before the cannonball hits them. So first of all, the guy who's stood above the sword, he hasn't actually had a chance to pick it up yet, with the Mohican, he's going to roll to get out of the way, and he fails. The next guard succeeds with a natural 20, basically just jumps perfectly out of the way, and the final guy fails as well. So those...
Real's not standing there, is he?
No, Real's directly behind Dante as his second.
Right, that's
So
good look. He became a
those 2
second.
guards are going to take dice roller on the phone app. Oh, fuck!
Yeah, cannon will do that to you. That's what cannons do.
Oh my god! Hang on, how? So sorry, I rolled the wrong dice because I'm stupid, and it is because I'm doing a die roller. Oh shit! It's still really high. So with an 8, a 9, a 9, a 12, a 5, and a 4 on the D12s, you see the Mohican guy just turns his head round in time, and the cannonball just takes his head clean off his shoulders. It's dipping. The second guard, who has got sort of a bright red sash on, dodges out of the way, sort of in a spin move, which is quite extraordinary. Unfortunately, the third guy, who just wasn't ready for it at all, hasn't even turned around and just takes it in the back of his shoulders, and he just pushed face first onto the mud. Both of those 2 who got hit are obliterated, like demolished. The sword is on the floor still, and the cannonball just flies off into the woods at a pace.
Freedom!
So
Circus is a dangerous place. Take your head off, boy.
Right, and you see the guards to the other side turn around and start sort of looking towards why there's cannonball fired, and you think they probably start on their turn as their initiative comes, start running up towards you. So that turns to Escobarbadon's turn. So he is going to now when he stands up from prone, does he offer an opportunity attack?
No, I don't think so.
So he's going to stand up from prone, and then he's going to try and attack you with his melee attacks again. That is a 7 + 7, 14. That's not a hit.
What's his face looking like right now?
Well, it's the same. It's a mask.
He's got a mask.
That's true.
Yes.
Is it happy? Is it happy moustache or is it sad moustache?
It's sort of like a brash, sort of like, I don't know how to, like,
V
sort of
for Vendetta
arrogant,
mask?
no, an arrogant sort of like snarl almost, like, like, sort of, he is a thing. And he misses you with his second attack as well. But his minor actually turns to the man who survived with the red sash and goes, "My sword, I don't care about..." No, it's Italian. My sword, boy, my sword. Ignore those 2 headless fools. Get my swords.
You can have mine when I stick it through you.
Dante, it's your turn.
Scum. I'll just keep pressing him forwards with swipes of the blade, trying to get some of his blood on it. 19 + 9 is the highest.
Okay, 19 + 9. That is a hit.
Reroll that. Nope. No. Right. So that's a 5 plus a 5, which is 10 on that attack. He's probably
A 10.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Now I've got 2 superiority dice left. I can just add them as extra damage, an extra D8 damage. I feel like this, because I've got 11 hit points. If he even lands 2 attacks, I'm in trouble. Or if any of the other people do, I am in trouble. I'll hold it for the moment. Before I do my second attack, looking around, do it in my insight or perception or whatever you want to call it. Does Dante feel that with the cannon going off, the other guards are about to get involved?
Not with you.
Okay, right, okay, I don't. Okay, fantastic.
How many guards are left now as well?
You've got 3 on the left, which is 2 fully health ones and the guy with the axe, and on the right 1. So there's only 4 guards left. You've munched through most of them.
Right. Okay. Oh, that was a botch and an 11 plus 9. So I think I'll take the 11 plus 9.
Take the 11 plus 9.
Yeah, for
Right.
my attack. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's a hit.
Right. That's a 4 plus a 5. It's 9 damage.
Okay.
I haven't done this for a long time, but I'm going to use my action surge. So you can
Okay.
take 1 additional action on your turn per short rest.
Right.
So 2 more attacks.
Okay.
Just trying to do as much damage to him as possible. 13 plus 9, so 22.
Yeah, that's a hit.
Oh, it's a 2, so I'll re-roll that for Grand Weapon Master. That's a 9 plus 5, 14.
Okay.
Next attack.
Yeah.
Just basically, Dante's just
Yeah, just flailing the sword, yes. And
Absolutely.
I can picture
as much
it.
damage to this prick on the floor as possible. 14 plus 9.
Okay, yeah, that's a hit.
3 plus 5 is 8 damage.
Okay, he's definitely bloody now. You see slashes across his chest. You've wounded him badly, but he's still standing, and he sort of takes a step slightly back.
He got up, didn't he?
Yeah,
Forgot about that.
takes a bow and goes, "Impressive. They told me you were skilled, Masterless One. I did not realize how skilled." And Grot, it is your turn.
Okay. So
You've got this turn you can use to reload and aim the cannon again. They've got to travel 70 feet, so even double movement, they can't be at you to attack you. These
Okay.
guys have turned round.
I think what I'm going to do is go into my cloak.
Right.
What have I got in here? Oh, look! It's Peter, my last pipe bomb.
Yes.
Piece of the pipe bomb.
And I'm looking. Is there a gunpowder store in the carriage?
Yes.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is put the pipe bomb in the store.
You're going to kill, like, most of these slaves.
Why do they have to be so close?
But they're dragging it. This explosion would be huge. There's a lot of gunpowder in here. They were ready to blow a hole in a mountain.
Does sound like a big explosion, doesn't it?
Yeah.
In a way, it's not me killing the slaves.
Also, you're getting rid of the artillery we're going to use to destroy the circus. But I mean, like, it makes sense what you're doing.
Just as a heads up.
I was okay. So I'm looking at my passive insight would tell me, oh, this is going to be a really big explosion.
You're looking at the amount of gunpowder you're basically stood in, and you're like, oh yeah, that's probably not the smartest move.
I've got the thing in my hand.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Peter, maybe another day.
Yeah.
oh, Peter. Fine. So, I don't have time to mess around with this. I think I'm going to have to... The thing is, if I load it, they're going to be on me.
They wouldn't be able to attack you next. They'd be then another 20 feet away.
But I wouldn't be able to shoot them because they would be on me. Or would I think that I would be able to get a shot off on them?
Next turn, you'd be able to get a shot off on them, but you'd have to sort of aim for where you think they're going to be. So I wouldn't be against you calling an aim and going, right, I'm going to aim, and when they're at that point, I'm going to light it and hope that they run into this sort of cannon fire.
Okay. I just feel like... And I've got 3 coming on one side, basically.
Phrasing.
Okay. Do I try and cannonball them?
It was very effective the first time you did it.
Because...
You can get in it.
If I got 29.
Get in it.
Join the fight.
They can't get you if you're in it.
Yeah, I know that's your strategy. I'm going to crawl into small places and hide.
Oh no, they've got javelins. They could get you.
Well, look, they can just set the cannon off.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then you get away because you said it's safe. You just do
Eternally
the
get
tunnel.
away.
Yeah, no, I would be safe. Yeah, obviously. Yeah, I think this is going to be tricky. Because I think if they get to me, they're going to just shank me to death, I'm pretty sure.
That's their plan.
Is there any way you can free the slaves?
Yeah, can I look back?
Yeah, you
and
can
see
have another
this?
look to see if you can do that.
Anyway, I think if I can just smash the chain that they're attached,
You've
the chain
got loads
of
of explosives.
Yeah, if I put an explosive in between, like wherever the chains are attached to on the cart,
You would.
where's the weak link?
There is an initial loop, and the chains are in the slaves are in 4 rows of 10 people.
Yeah.
They would be free to move around, but only as chained up groups of 10, essentially. So you'd have made. They would be able to move around and escape and sort of help you.
Yeah.
But they're not. They wouldn't be fearsome as a bunch, really.
The problem is, if I use Peter to free the slaves, I can't use Peter to blow the cart.
That's the problem. You can't have your Peter and eat
Why
it.
do you need Peter to blow the cart?
Because it'll be huge.
I know, but there's a load of explosives in there. Why you just use some of the other explosives that are in there?
Well, I don't know. If I use the other explosives that are in the cart, so I'd light the fuse to try and set off those explosives. Yeah, I suppose I could. Yeah.
You could just blow the cart.
Okay. Yeah, I'll try and free the slaves then. Okay. I'll look at where the weak link
At
looks like.
worst,
Okay.
they're going to have to cut through the slaves to get to you.
Yeah, it's true. I can use them as a shield.
So you're going to have to use your movement to go to this loop. There's an initial
Yeah.
loop where the 4 chains all meet at
Yeah.
one point. It's attached to the wooden frame of this cart. Yeah. So if this explosion goes off as planned, it would break apart this loop, and it should break apart the chain to the point where the slaves are able to then be in 4 rows of 10 slaves, essentially.
Okay.
They're not close enough to it. I don't... Unless this explosion, I'm going to roll for how powerful it is, because these are handmade explosives. It would need to be at the top of its power to even hurt the slaves at this distance.
So if I've moved to that point,
Yeah.
and then I set the explosive, can I use my cunning action to
To
get
dash away,
Yeah,
yes,
okay.
you can.
Okay, all right, I'll do that then, please.
Okay, so you use your movement to move there,
Yeah.
your action to set off Peter,
Yeah.
And then your cunning action to
place
dash
it,
away from
yeah.
it. Okay, so...
And I'll dash to the forest, please.
Right, excellent. Okay, so you put the explosive in there, after a few seconds it blows, and you see the chain has snapped, and the slaves are in 4 sort of groups of 10 all chained together, and they all try and start running in opposite directions straight away, but...
All within their own groups.
Yeah.
So they're all just staying in the same place.
Well, they're just panicking and everyone's just trying to run. They're just yanking each other. Stronger ones are knocking over weaker ones. But you've caused some chaos up there for sure.
Wonderful.
Right, Escobarbadon.
In Solo, I did like that bit where with Chewbacca and Han Solo, where he's dragging him along, where they're chained together. I can imagine if there's one really strong slave that
dragging him around.
just dragging 9 other people around.
Did you like that bit in Solo DM?
Yes. I've watched Han Solo because I do a D&D podcast and I like that sort of thing.
You love Star Trek, don't you?
Love Star Trek, love Lord of the Rings. Really enjoy all those things. I'm not against all that stuff at all.
Go Blues! Or Red, sorry.
I like sport. Right. And Dungeons and Dragons. Right, okay.
Sport treating you.
Well, I'll find out at 4:30 when the next sports game starts. Oh, God. Right. Escobarbadon goes to hit you again and misses.
Fuck, it's me.
No, it's Escobarbadon.
Oh, yeah, but I mean, he's attacking
Yeah, he's
me.
attacking you, yes.
I didn't give you permission to do that. You whiny rogue.
Okay, and his next attack, 15 plus 7.
Yes.
That's a hit.
5?
Yeah, 5 damage.
Oh, Dante's taking a knee, because that is really painful. 6 HP, that's a new low. I don't even know how that manifests, because I guess he's just punching old wounds, because I've been injured over the last couple of days. So like,
And in his fight.
so stitches,
Well, and it's an incredibly strong being, just punching you as hard as he can. You're just a human still.
Yeah.
Like, even a Ryloka human, your jaw can break.
God, it's like being beaten up by a doll. Oh.
Oh, thank you, my boy. And now it is Dante's turn.
Right, let's have a D20 perception on how he's doing. What I think. 8 plus 4, 12.
Hurt? Bloodied? It's hard to tell with a mask on. You don't see any grimaces of pain. You just got this pompous, sort of like arrogant snarl looking back at you, like he doesn't give a fuck. He could be crying.
He could be. 6 health, and there's no way I can regen. There is. Well, there is. I mean, I could ask to suck real dry, but
Do it! Real?
I don't think that would really fit into the whole "I'm a good guy" here thing.
I mean, weirdly, I don't know how much Rill would be against it. He hates them more than you. But yeah, Dante would have to really be... I don't also know how that would work in terms of the battle. So going, wait! You are not allowed to hit me while I'm doing this.
I think he's got his bloodlust up. He's very near death.
Well, then he should fight Rill.
There's no way that he's gonna... Yeah, there's no one even nearby that... There's nothing... It's not really a get food out of your backpack type situation, is it?
No, get your food out of your real type of situation.
Right, let's go for an attack. I'm gonna cut your mask from your face, and then I'm gonna cut your face from your head. Oh, nat 20!
Roll it up, Scotty.
This could be it. It could be very... oh my god. Actually, I don't have a...
What would we do without 20s, listeners?
I know.
Just have to keep on rolling 19s.
Units, a 2.
Unit?
Well, you could be 92.
It's 62.
62
What's that
on
on
the
the
sheet.
I think it's still just max damage. isn't it?
It's
No,
weakened
62
or something.
is, weakened. He gets disadvantage on his next roll.
That's good.
Oh, okay.
So you max damage, what's max damage?
So 10 plus 5.
15. So you do another ferocious hit, and once again he's stumbling, his legs jellying slightly. You're definitely at the advantage at this point in terms of like you've taken more health of him than he has of you. Just you had a smaller pool to begin with.
I have a feeling that he might be able to run away and stuff. So this next one I'm going to try if it's a hit and what?
This is like, yeah, he made it sound like he's going to have some amazing magic.
yeah. He
might be one of those clever people that can use their legs to run away.
Yeah.
Well, take him out. Cut those legs off.
Yeah.
You know that he's already run away once from a conflict.
Well, yeah, quite. So he's 16 plus 9. I'm going to add my Spiritus to try and trip him up again.
Okay.
Spiritus.
It's a 2, so I'll re-roll that on the D10 for 4. 9 plus the Spirity dice of 5, so 14 damage in total, and he has to make a strength saving check of DC 17.
Okay.
Going for the low swipe with the sword.
And he keeps his feet this time. He's able to keep his feet.
Well done, my friend. You're learning.
Grot.
So I'm in the forest, right?
Yes.
I will try and conceal myself.
Right.
And then sneakily sneak, going further back down to the back of the
you're going to
carriage.
try and cross.
Yeah, I'm hoping they go to the slaves. So I'm going to go past them.
Right, okay. Roll up a stealth.
I think I will. Shh, quiet.
If I die,
shit.
worth it.
2 plus 14. 2 plus 12. 14!
14. The guards run straight past you.
Oh, I'm so glad they're so stupid.
Very.
I'm really winded right now.
You're lucky that they have strength and dex, not
You've got your
wisdom.
cloak. You should be rolling with advantage anyway.
I do. Sometimes.
Yeah, so roll with advantage.
What's this cloak? Why hasn't this cloak been working?
You don't
Well, I got
roll
a
it.
1 now. That's your fault. You bastard.
Well, luckily it's advantage. So you take
This
the higher
cloak
one.
is rubbish. No wonder I never use it. I'm going to I'm going to get John to patch it up when I get up there and
Right,
tell him how I
okay.
saved him.
What are you rolling for?
I'm
now?
just going to roll.
It's an 18!
Yes! I
Right.
have my confidence back.
Is that the end of you're using?
I'm just stealthing all the way down there.
Okay, back towards it. The guard who survived the first cannonball attack, his side wasn't running up towards Dante. He is going to use his minor action to pick up the sword.
Isn't it just him on that side?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then he's going to roll a Constitution saving throw to see if it poisons him. He fails.
Please drop it.
He got so much damage. I saw that one. He took it all in the mouth.
He did. Once again,
Did he try and pick it up in his mouth?
He did a thing where he tried to take a big inhale before he picks it
Yeah,
up,
and-
but he did it too late. He just inhaled all the goth
Yeah.
of the swords.
but he doesn't drop the swords, and he uses movement to run over to Escobarbadon and uses action to pass it to him. So Escobar reaches a hand back.
Now
with
would
his
have been
hand
the
of his sword.
time, Rill. Then would have been the time, Rill. Then would have been the time.
To jump involved.
Yeah.
He's your second. He was just waiting for you. Like,
Yeah, but to stop the other seconds.
Oh, right. Unfortunately, that was all on one turn, so very difficult for Rill to be able to stop that at that point. The guards on the left have run up past you, but you do not know what they're doing. They are up there with the slaves. You hear screaming. It is now Rill's turn, and he uses minor action to speak to you, and he goes, can I stab? And he points to the guards.
Yes, Rill, you could have done it before he gave him his bloody sword back.
I didn't know what second meant. And he just rushes straight over, sword out in front of him to stab the guard. And yes, he successfully stabbed him.
Don't need to roll the damage.
Well, I'll learn you bastard.
Oh, no!
No, Real, unfortunately, for the first time, rolls very low.
Losing his win.
Since he's died and reborn, he's got to build it all back up again. But he does stab him and then goes to punch him in the face, as always.
Ovio.
And hits with that as well. But we know that's 1 plus Rill's strength, so that's nice.
Rill, I just want you to know that I'm thankful for the solace that you've given me in finding this purpose of vengeance.
He has just stabbed someone and punched him in the face and turns around and goes, "Vengeance!"
Indeed. To the end.
Now,
I want to be buried by the sea.
that puts it as Escobarbadon's turn again, and he has got his sword back. So he goes for the first slash with his sword.
Here we are again, Escobarbadon.
17 plus 7.
Yeah, that's a hit.
And that's going to do...
Yeah, it doesn't matter. As long as it's more than 6, it's fine.
Yeah. It's more... yeah. So, you go down.
How much damage is it?
10. 14.
What's 6 plus minus 14 is 8. Minus 8.
Minus 8. So you're on minus 8 damage.
Oh, the D&D app can't go minus.
Oh.
That's silly, because stuff actually...
Yeah, it's important if it goes minus.
Oh, well, okay. Yeah.
And we'll have to look at what happens at the end of this battle next week.
Oh my god.
Thanks for listening.
It was worth it.
The Formal Gamer podcast for those with exquisite taste.